something into church. That's the only way church works, the only way God works. When you invest something, then you can pull something out. So the next half hour or so that we're together, you're going to have to put something into this. And then at the very end, when God shows up, you're going to be able to pull something out of that. Does that make sense? Is that okay? All right. Be seated. You guys have done a great job so far. Man, some of you look better with all the lights off. I have to be honest. Some of you are prettier with no lights. You guys have done a great job. No, really, some of you guys were ugly. The decor and everything, you guys have done an incredible job. And when I walked in, I have to admit, the last thing I thought that I would see is a keyboard at the ceiling on scaffolding. Is the last thing I imagined. And all the tires, I didn't imagine that either. And I've never preached from a trash can, so that's new for me. I've preached a lot of places, but never from a trash can. So if you don't mind, I'm going to call this my first homeless sermon, if you don't mind. If you hear me say that to other people, you'll know that this was it. This was it. I preached from a trash can here at your revival. And so this is going to be my first homeless service. Here's the deal. Say what? Do you? Is there anything in this amp energy? I need it. No, there's nothing. Oh, it's hollow. Oh, you guys cheated. That's just trash on the top there. I thought it was really trash. You're not going to burn it or anything while I'm up here, are you? You're not having plans for that. Okay. You don't. Good. You don't have any plans for that. Thanks for the invitation, and we're going to have a cool couple of nights together, and we're going to have a great Sunday together. The year was 1990. How old were you in 1990?
I wasn't born.
You weren't born? Don't say that.
I was 20.
How many of you were born by 1990?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Mom and Dad, you don't have to say anything further than that about how old you were in 1990. The year was 1990. What do we think, sound man? We're going to be okay with this? Yeah? The second album of Stanley Kirk Burrow, better known maybe to you, you've heard him called MC Hammer. His second album was released, and it was called Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. How many of you have ever heard of MC Hammer? Yeah? It was just released, and the number one hit song from the album is one that almost everybody here will know once you hear it. At one time or another, you've heard this song before. The album went on to be the first hip-hop album to ever hit diamond status, meaning it sold more than 10 million copies. And MC Hammer was responsible for that first hip-hop album selling 10 million copies. And it was primarily due to the success of one hit song on this album, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. Do you know what the hit song of Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em that caused the album to go platinum in 1990 was?
Can't touch this.
Can't touch this. I need now listen. One thing I've noticed in my very short time here. What city? Am I in the city? What city?
Tickfall.
I'm in Tickfall. I have never been to Tickfall or Tickville or wherever. I've never been. It's a village. I'll go for village. That sounds better than city, you know? Metropolitan. One thing I've noticed in my very short time here in Tickfall is that there's a couple of people with rhythm. So I need a couple of you that know, listen, that you know that you've got rhythm. That you know you can dance, and you can dance well.
Go Lance, go Lance.
Would you raise your hand? Who is it? Christy? Christy right here in the green, come here, come help. Christy, come here, come help.
Lance, go for it.
Blue, green. I'm colorblind. All right, so stand right here. Now listen,
Lance.
I need a guy the little guy.
Lance.
Josh, which one's? Josh Sullivan in the back? No? Josh. No, I need one more. Did we say right here?
Yeah, right there.
Come here. Stay right there, Josh. What's your name? Lance? How old are you, Lance? 11. Pray you get taller than me, okay? Because at 11, this is as tall as I was, right here. This is all I got, okay? Stay right here. Lance, is that right? Lance, Josh can't dance. You're going to be embarrassed. And Christy. Okay. Josh, Lance, and Christy. In just a moment, the sound man's going to help us. And you're going to help us. Everybody has to stand. Now, if your mom and dad, you're going to have to... Forgive me. Hello. Hello.
We've got backup.
We got backup. Hang on, it's in my back pocket. Don't get it. I'll get it for you. Don't do that. Everybody stand up. Mom and Dad, you're going to have to forgive us for a couple of minutes. And please don't tell my pastor. Don't call him and tell him we did this.